Hey, God bless you, everyone. I wanted to give you a quick word in the midst of a lot of warfare on YouTube. This is what the Lord told me to tell you today. Back in 2018, on January 31st, there was a super blue blood moon. And the Lord had given me a word on it back then that it was connected to when He's coming back. And I had asked for confirmation at the time because I really wanted one. And that same night, hours later, I was driving down the freeway, and this was sometime in mid-January, I guess, and suddenly I looked up and there's these huge fireworks, just as big as the 4th of July. And there was literally no reason on earth for fireworks to be going on at that time in that area, industrial area where there's reservoirs with no water in them and just a lot of empty land, and not the kind of place you'd have huge fireworks, and no reason to at that time in the middle of January. And I knew it was His confirmation because in 1994, when He showed me signs of the rapture, which I've talked about many times, one of the signs was July 4th, and I knew that it meant either fireworks or the day itself. But I didn't know, but I came to realize that I think it's fireworks. And I was seeing some videos looking for a possible watch day for the rapture on New Year's Eve with the fireworks. And I'm seeing this theme going around, and I'm thinking, it felt connected to, what I've gotten. So I felt like the Lord told me to look up the number of days between New Year's Day, January 1st, and the blue blood moon, super blue blood moon last year. So I look it up, and it turns out there are 700 days. As you can see here, 700 days. So I'm thinking, okay, we know 7 is one of the most significant numbers in the entire Bible. God rested on the 7th day after making the entire earth. And so it is a day where everything is finished. It is finished. It is complete on the 7th day. And I also found it interesting when I was looking up some other definitions or, meanings of the number. I noticed as I was researching some things here, it says it's completeness through union of earth with heaven. Okay, we also have 7 churches, 7 spirits, 7 stars, 7 is the symbol for spiritual perfection. Now, the completeness through the union of heaven and earth, I thought that literally will be when our earthly bodies are transformed into our glorified heavenly bodies. So the fact that there were 700 days from the super blue blood moon until January 1st really made me start to think. And one of the things I thought of, I've had 2 people come to me telling me about a dream they had related to the solar eclipse on December 26th. So what's interesting about this is that the number, well, one sister said that she had asked the Lord, when is the rapture? About a month ago. And she was really, really frustrated, really needed to hear from God. And that night she had a dream about the solar eclipse. And she had no idea that there was one coming up on the 26th. I also gave you the dream the brother had in my last video about the solar eclipse. He also did not know that it was coming up on the 26th. So I got to thinking how Strong's Greek 726 means harpazo. It means the rapture, and many of us are very familiar with this number who are watching. And I thought, well, you have the 700 days since the blue blood moon, and then you have the number 26, which is a wedding ring in the sky. It looks exactly like a wedding ring, the solar eclipse that happened on the 26th of December. And I thought, well, you've got the 726 right here, right now, in December, ending on the 1st. So I couldn't help but think perhaps the Lord was showing us that this is why we're seeing the solar eclipse at this time. This is what the meaning of the super blue blood moon was. This is why brothers and sisters are seeing the fireworks at the time of major events like in Pet Goat 2 and this type of thing, and many dreams of fireworks over the several years. Fireworks, rapture, connection. And so I thought that, and suddenly, it's like all these things started fitting together, and, and so basically I'm in my spirit, I'm really thinking that the Lord could be pointing to this, and also this is the last day of Hanukkah. It's over now. And, I remember in the Feast of Tabernacles, the people at the end of the feast would take a couple days to get home. So, question is, are we going home now? Well, it definitely could be. Love you guys.